Hello, this is Astha. Welcome to the Art of Thinking Raw, a podcast series to help you get clarity by thinking raw. Today's topic is flow, a state where we all are totally absorbed and deeply focused on something. And we all might have experienced this once in our life, but not really sure, right? So let's dig deeper into this godlike superficial concept. Today, I'm here with Karthik to discuss about flow state. Hi Karthik, how are you?
Hi, Asta. I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm great, Karthik. So, Karthik, let's start by understanding what exactly is the flow state.
Sure. So, first of all, to help understand what is flow, flow is not this superficial godlike feature which only the special among us will ever experience. It is something which anybody can achieve and achieve in anything that they actually do. So flow is not a process, it is an end result. So you cannot think of being in flow. It just happens organically.
Cool. So, I think before I start understanding how to get into flow, I would actually want to understand what are the benefits of getting into the flow state. What is the need of getting into the flow state?
Definitely. First of all, to achieve flow, one has to stop thinking cautiously and stop processing information. Now, let me ask this question, Asta. When was the last time either you or somebody were doing something and they were able to give their, a high performance output and were at the same time also very relaxed? What do you think, with how many people does this usually happen?
Um, I really doubt if it's that easy, Karthik, because to be able to give your 100% while being relaxed is something which is hard to most of us, right? It's not easy at all.
Agree. And so, to put it the other way, when you're in flow, you will be able to deliver your high performance. At the same time, you're also relaxed. So, that's the whole purpose of getting into flow.
It's about achieving my 100% while being relaxed, right?
Yes, it's a seamless
So,
experience.
okay, great. So, Karthik, how do I get into flow? Like, what exactly happens when we are in the flow? Like, does the time contracts, expands? Because I think we all might have experienced this once in our life, like where we are doing some task and time flies. So, is it what we call the flow state?
Uh, Partially correct, Asta. Like basically, when somebody is currently involved in doing some activity, it could be playing guitar, it could be maybe speaking about a particular topic, standing in front of the audience. It could be about thinking of an idea and writing a particular poem. What
Mhm.
exactly is happening in this process? We are trying to take some input of what somebody is asking us. You're able to process the information, you're able to collate your thoughts, and then after this processing and this cautious thinking process, you actually deliver an output, right? Now, imagine if I tell you that this entire process is eliminated. If this entire processing of the information step is completely eliminated, it really simplifies. The input organically comes in and the output organically happens, right? That's exactly why even the name was given as flow, right? You're being in
Okay.
the present. You're able to eliminate any of the triggers that are coming up, and you're seamlessly able to perform something. And that's the reason why your mind perceives this as maybe the time is contracting. You're able to achieve a lot in a particular time frame where you realize that time just flies.
So it's a seamless process and relation of input and output. Great. So I think Karthik, you just mentioned about eliminating our internal and external triggers. So I have this one question, right? Like, for example, I'm in a flow state. I'm doing a very important and crucial task, and in between, I get a very disturbing call, and but I need to get the job done. So what do I do then? How do I eliminate that internal pressure?
Definitely, Asta. Like, in order to maybe like achieve flow and stay in flow, sometimes you have to cut off from the current activity and address some other things which are, coming as interruptions, right? For example, some of the things where you can't avoid, where maybe a little one is walking and, the child fell down. So you cannot actually leave the child unaddressed. Or it could also be a disturbing news, as you mentioned, you heard of something, and you actually might get distracted. Flow is not about eliminating everything and be over here. End of the day, there are certain things we can't skip. The ability or the power of understanding flow is to know where exactly you can take a pause, which will not help you continue the current work that you're doing. Go back, address that, and once it is done, you come back to the current work so that you're able to continue to deliver and be in flow state.
Okay, so basically, it's actually not in our control to avoid all the internal and external triggers. So it's better to just address them and take a pause, take a break, and then get back to our task, right?
Absolutely. Which means that flow is not about controlling everything around you. It's only about when you get onto doing something, are you able to deliver your best?
Yeah, that's a great point, Karthik. So my next question would be, how can we actually hijack flow state through competence? Like, can I get into flow state whenever, wherever needed?
Definitely, Asta. First of all, to address that, it's a very good question. And to make something as a competence, you need to be doing certain things, right? So what exactly has to be done? First of all, you need to block all the distractions. Now, what do I mean by distractions? The internal and external triggers, right? For example, if you are actually sitting and maybe thinking of writing a poem, now there are many external distractions or triggers which can interrupt you, like things around you or the people around you, the environmental sounds. So everything can actually be a distraction to you, which will start, like putting or breaks into your thought process. So you should be able to address all these external thoughts. Now, at the same time, there are also many internal triggers where it could be like the thoughts which are coming, to your mind, where you need to pay your, power bill, or you need to maybe pay your college fee. It could also be some health condition like a headache or a fever, which is constantly telling your mind that, you need to address that. So all these various distractions which are coming up as internal and external triggers, if handled, can definitely help you hijack the flow state and make the best use of it, and every time achieve flow state in whichever thing that you actually do.
Okay, makes sense, Karthik. Like, control or address your triggers, external, internal triggers, and focus on what you're doing. Like, if I have to put it in a layman term, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So, Karthik, are there any optimal conditions or factors for experiencing a flow state? Right. From our conversation, I think I understood one thing is avoid the internal, external triggers, or maybe just if not able to avoid, just simply address and clear your mind. This can be one thing. Another thing that I think is very important is to be able to enjoy the task that you are doing, right? If you are not liking something that you're trying to do, the chances are that you are not going to get into that flow state. Am I correct, Karthik?
Absolutely, that's a very good thought, Asta. So some of them who don't like maybe cooking, when they're asked
Yeah.
to forced into doing that activity, they don't enjoy it, right? So they are vulnerable and actually open to all the external internal triggers which are coming in. Their mind is telling them that you don't like it, right? So that itself is a distraction, right? At the same time, imagine you are put into learning guitar, and you don't like that at all. You won't be able to, first of all, concentrate and give your best, right? If that is not happening organically, there is no way you can achieve flow.
So, Karthik, getting back to that question, like, can we hijack flow state through competence? So can I actually get into the flow state wherever or whenever I want? Is that actually possible?
Actually, it is, Asta. It's a very good question that you asked. And the simple answer is it's a single word. Which is silence. Through silence, you can always achieve flow. What do I mean by that? Many people think that silence actually means that there is nothing, but that's not the case. It means doing only one thing and able to ignore everything else, which actually means that you're silencing the noise. If you're able to achieve silence, you'll be able to actually eliminate all your internal and external triggers and get into flow. Now, while you're actually in silence, it actually reflects your state of mind. That's exactly what happens over there. What do I mean by that? Imagine you're in darkness. Silence there is filled with fear, right? Now, when you're actually staring at a baby who's sleeping, you actually maintain silence so that the baby won't wake up. So silence there is filled with joy, cuteness. Maybe in an examination hall, silence is actually filled with tension. Even films use silence to that extent of like bringing or imparting a particular emotion in the audience. So whatever you fill silence with, you'll be able to achieve, or it reflects your current state of mind. Now, when I'm actually silent sitting in a particular room, I'm able to control my mind instead of thinking what exactly is are the things I was doing yesterday in the past. Or you're also able to stop yourself from thinking what's going to happen in the future. In silence, you're in the receiver mode. You're looking into the room. So if there's a person sitting here, you're in the receiver mode of listening to what they want to say. If you are actually sitting in front of a laptop and watching a movie, or you're actually trying to read a particular book, you're absorbing whatever is in front of you, where because you're in the receiver mode. So silence really helps you be in the current moment. And when you're in the current moment and you're able to be silent and you're able to stop all your external internal triggers, you can get into flow. So silence is the best weapon for you to ensure that you can get into flow.
That's a great point, Karthik. Like silence, I've never taken silence this way. Like silence is nothing but more or less the reflection of your current state of mind. So if we are able to get into the receiver mode through silence, we can actually achieve flow state wherever or whenever we want, right?
Makes sense.
Right, Karthik. So, like, how do I'm sure like we all might have experienced this flow state once in our life, but if asked, it's gonna be hard to understand, like to recall when was the last time we actually achieved this flow state. So are there some measures, like what is the process of measuring if I have been to a flow state, or how can I make the most of it?
Definitely. I believe in one single, metric for measurement when it comes to flow state, Asta, where I only count the number of times I came out of flow. So
Okay.
I try to be in flow every single time. Now, imagine when I'm giving this podcast, I try to be in flow where I understand if my state of mind is helping me to, like currently talk. If I'm able to address all my external internal triggers, I'm able to be in flow and enjoy the current podcast. In the same way, when I'm working, I try to be in flow. Now, at the same time, when some distraction comes in, I want to address that. I jump into that. And even while addressing it, I give my best because I'm in flow with, doing that particular activity. So I only measure the number of times I actually come out of flow. And I think everybody should actually start looking at measuring the flow basis, the number of times they actually come out of flow instead of the number of times you actually achieve flow.
So I think to put this conversation in a nutshell, I would say flow state is actually not a superficial godlike feature. Anyone can experience it. You have to address your internal and external triggers to be able to concentrate properly. And if you are able to get into the receiver mode and achieve the utter silence, then you can get into flow state anytime, wherever you want, right? And instead of measuring how many times you are able to achieve the flow states, it's better to measure what are the factors or how many times you are getting out of the flow state. Am I correct, Karthik? Do you want to add something to that?
Absolutely. I think that's a great summary, Astha. And flow is something that anybody can achieve. And
Great.
it'll actually help you, be in the relaxed state and enjoy while you give your best performance. So definitely it is
Right.
something that somebody could consider and, like start getting into flow.
Yeah, I think we all are looking for something like this only, like to be able to enjoy something at our max and deliver our best, right? Cool. Great, Karthik. I think that was a great conversation, and I hope we all understood the concept of flow and continue to think raw.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.